Hello, everybody. Welcome to Womenlines show. Today we are having somebody special with us from New Jersey. Yes, first time we are having a young achiever with us, young achiever Janani Shivakumar, and she is having some great message for the teenagers around. Janani Shivakumar is a sophomore at Metuchen High School in New Jersey, USA, an environmental and animal rights activist, as well as a founder of Girls Play Global, a nonprofit initiative to empower girls in rural India through sports. Interesting. She is a Youth United Nations SDGs advocate and gives workshops in schools and colleges about addressing global issues. Janani is also involved in and works with various youth organizations that are advocating for climate action, gender equality, and animal liberation. Isn't it awesome? At such young age, Janani is having amazing achievements. Welcome, Janani, to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So yes, we are so eager, Janani. Please share about yourself.
Yeah, of course. So I'm 15 years old and I'm in 10th grade and I live here in New Jersey, USA.
Okay.
Um, as you mentioned in my intro, I am an activist for a lot of global issues. Some of them are climate action,
Okay.
animal rights, and gender equality. And they're all super important to me. And that's why I spend a lot of my time advocating for these issues, because I think that youth have a voice in this world and it's important that we speak up for those issues.
Beautiful. So how and when this idea was born in your mind about this NGO? Can you share in details what it is
Yeah.
exactly?
So I started my nonprofit initiative, Girls Play Global, around the beginning of ninth grade, actually.
Okay.
So I actually had moved to India for middle school, and I had seen the levels of gender disparities and inequalities that were present in the sports field
Okay.
in particular, but in general, there is a lot of inequality as a whole in society. But since I had grown up playing sports here in the US, when I moved to India, I was planning to continue playing sports, specifically soccer. But wasn't given that opportunity because the school that I went to only had a boys soccer team, but they didn't have a girls soccer team. So
Interesting.
yeah, I was denied that opportunity from playing soccer. So I joined an all boys team outside of my school, and this was a club team.
Okay.
Um, so I was one among around 100 boys that were all
Okay.
playing soccer. And so at that time, I was really confused because I was like, why am I the only girl? Why am I struggling like this? Like, I should be able to have access to the same resources and opportunities that boys do. But unfortunately, because of societal conditions and yeah, just in general, because of society's beliefs, I wasn't able to
Correct.
do that. So when I came back to the US, I decided that no other girl has to face the same challenges that I do. And I think girls in India are incredibly talented and they deserve the same opportunities that boys do. So that's why I
Beautiful.
created the organization. But my organization focuses on rural India.
Okay.
So because India is developing now and there are more opportunities available to people in the cities to play sports, including girls, um, there are not enough opportunities still for girls in rural parts of India, although
Definitely.
they are really talented.
Very true. So can you share further details? What exactly you have done in rural part of India, and what was the response, and what was the challenge? If you face any challenges, can you share about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're doing currently is we approach government schools or government aided schools in rural India. So right now we're focusing on Coimbatore specifically.
Okay.
And we're approaching those schools and we're telling them, do you have any girls that are interested in playing soccer but don't have like the necessary facilities, because most government schools tend not to focus on sports that much. They tend to just like push towards academics. So we did receive a group of about 30 girls that were interested, and those 30 girls receive free soccer training on a weekly basis, and they also receive access to international tournaments and national tournaments. So one tournament specifically that we're training them for is actually the Global Goals World Cup, where we train a group of girls to go to Mumbai first, and they
Okay.
plan for a specific global issue where they represent their community, and they tell people what they're doing in their community to address that global issue while playing soccer.
Okay.
And if they are selected in that tournament, they will be chosen to move on to the New York level. So our goal is, or our dream is basically to help those girls gain that exposure and eventually be able to bring them to New York to play one day. Um,
Amazing, really amazing. How you have done this? I'm so curious to know about it. Like you're talking about something that you have organized this camp and girls have attended it and they're going to get the opportunity to come to Mumbai and participate in the competitions. How big is your team? How you're working? Who is helping you out? Any mentor
yeah.
is there?
So we don't actually have that big of a team or anything. We're all sort of doing this as our collective effort, and everyone's individual interest plays a huge part in this.
Okay.
So So here in the US, it's just me, and of course, my parents supported me throughout this entire process. But
Okay.
in India, we have an incredible team that's working on this all the time.
Okay.
So we have teachers that are involved in the government schools themselves. So they help us, and they push the students and encourage them to do better and to perform at their best level. And we have an incredible coach that actually goes around and trains the girls at various schools. So we don't have that big of a team, but we do have incredible effort being put in, and there's a lot of support from the community as well in India.
Fantastic. I see so much dedication and passion, and hats off to your parents for supporting such fantastic cause. So, any challenges you are currently facing, and are you looking for any support which you can ask the viewers, they can help you out? Please mention that.
Absolutely. So this year, our plan was actually to expand the organization because over Christmas break, we actually conducted our own tournament in Coimbatore, where we invited over 100 girls from schools in Coimbatore to participate in the tournament. It was known as Kicks for Climate Action.
Okay.
And so after seeing the response that we had, we knew that there were so many girls out there. If there was just like more involvement and more support from their own schools, we can definitely bring them all together so that they all are able to play together and connect with their common interests. So our plan was to expand our organization this year, considering that it's the year 2020. We
Okay.
wanted to reach out to 20 schools and have them all join our organization. So we're looking currently for government and government-aided schools that are interested in partnering with us to give their female students an opportunity to play soccer.
So you're looking
And
around Coimbatore only? The area is Coimbatore
no,
focused?
any rural area right now we're looking for.
So this can be a shout out to any village school around India, any part of India. They can contact you if they're interested in this program.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. We'll be mentioning Janani's contact details. And this is a shout out to everybody around who are having such contacts where girls can be part of such noble initiative. I mean, there must be going to be such amazing learning by them. So do reach out to Janani to help her out. Awesome. So yes, share your vision. What is your vision for future?
Yeah. So I have a vision for both myself and the organization. So for the organization, of course, I want to be able to expand our organization all across India so that at one point in time we're able to offer free training to any girl that wants to join, and hopefully we're able to expand internationally maybe as well. And I just want to be able to break that gender biases that are placed by
I like
society
that.
on girls in India, because a lot of time people tell girls that they can't be good enough as good as boys in a sport or in general, that they're meant to stay home, which this mindset exists in rural India to
Correct.
this day. And I want to be able to break that barrier and push girls to see their inner potential and realize that they can be just as good as boys, if not better than them as well. And yeah,
Beautiful.
personally for me,
Yes.
I want to be a better advocate for global issues.
Okay.
Currently, I'm advocating for equal rights, animal rights, and the environment, but I want to push myself to be a better leader in advocating for these global issues,
Okay.
um, as well as just excel in academics and be able to balance my life better, because I think sometimes I can get really busy with all these things that I'm doing. So yeah, I just want to become a better version of myself, I guess.
Amazing. Hats off to your parents, Janani, who have really worked hard with you. I mean, you are such an enlightened girl with so much awareness about yourself, and having a vision at young age is awesome. I
Thank
really
you.
wish that you achieve all your dreams. Is there any message you want to share with the fellow teenagers across the globe?
Yeah. So currently I'm sure you're all like aware about the crucial situation that we're in, considering climate change. It's a big issue right now. And I think a lot of the time, not just with climate change, but with a lot of global issues, a lot of youth are afraid to speak up. They think that their voice will be diminished or that people won't listen to them.
Correct.
And oftentimes, even as a society, we rely on our leaders or our politicians to make those changes for us. But I think we've come to a point where we have to realize that it's up to us to make those decisions and make those changes and lifestyle changes, or just demand those changes, actually. So I think the youth has to realize that we need to speak up and be better advocates for global issues. And we shouldn't be afraid to voice our opinions and our thoughts, so that one day we will eventually attain this sustainable and ethical world that we all desire and want.
Beautiful message, and all the teenagers across who are going to watch this video, learn from Janani. And yes, you have so much power in present times. Use that power for the betterment of universe. Thank you so much, Janani, for your time and valuable sharing. I wish you all the best. And yes, we'll be sharing all contact details about Janani. To reach out to her and see if you can help her out. Best of luck for your bright future.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you. Bye bye.